Right, welcome everybody to another episode of Chris and Dave's Reality Cast. I'm one of your hosts, Chris Phelps, and my co-host and very good friend is Mr. Dave Horrocks.
Hey there, Chris, and hello to our listeners out there. Welcome to Chris and Dave's Reality TV Cast. We are covering Love Island UK Season 7, Episode 33. Now, Chris, we're in neutral. We're heading to the finish line. we're coasting, and I think this series is, isn't it?
Dave, not fucking coasted. It's run out of fuel. It's fucking... Tonight's episode was garbage. I think... Why did they spend so much time on Priya, Brett and Matt? Nobody gives a fuck, Dave. Yeah. I swear to God. I watched it a little bit later tonight because we were out and about, and I watched. I'm like, this is too cute. I mean, Priya comes in. She's a trainee doctor. You've got Matt, who's obviously been sniffing around. They've got this whole fitness thing together, you know, and it looked like there was a great connection. Brett come in, who's a trainee doctor. Great that they've both got something in common, and it was like it was just completely false. The whole premise of this episode, I have no skin in that race. I do not care, and I honestly think that Priya
horse in the race or skin in the game. Pick one
both of them. Both of them, Dave. Maybe the Jack Daniels we've been having tonight. That might help.
What is skin in the race? What sort of race is this?
I don't know. There's too many fucking Jack Daniels and Coke going down, Dave. But this could be interesting, right? So, but just making these things up as I go along. But I honestly think these two know each other, Dave, because she's literally dropped Matt. Like that. I know Brett's giving a little bit of chat, but I'm like, and I think Priya's a pretty girl, but I don't buy it, Dave. I honestly, the whole premise of this fucking faux relationship that's being forced on us of these last couple of days is fucking bullshit. I mean, I don't know how you feel, but it just seems so fake.
I look at Brett and I just don't get it. Like, Priya is reacting in a way that, like peak Brad Pitt has walked in, you know, like Fight Club Brad Pitt. She's looking at him like that, and I'm looking at Brett, and I'm like, all right, he's got quite a good body and everything, but I'm looking at the face, and I'm like, I don't get it. I just don't get it. I mean, we can appreciate good-looking blokes as well as ladies, don't we? You know, and I'm just not seeing it with Brett at all. But Priya clearly sees something, and I don't know. Is it as simple as like more of a status thing? I do have to say, Chris, Priya's eyes are mesmerizing. It's like you can't take your eyes off them on the screen, can you? But I mean, they go on the date, Brett and Priya, and I must admit, they do seem like they're kind of their chemistry is way too high for someone who's just met that day.
Yeah.
So I hadn't thought it before you said it that, you know, they might have met up before on the outside, but it does seem like there's definitely something there. They have just either got this instant chemistry that you very, very rarely see. And it doesn't seem that obvious to me why there would be. So yeah, I was utterly confused by that. But when you saw them on their date and you saw that chemistry, and Matt was going in there, he was going in there for the kiss, wasn't he? And he got the peck, and he goes off. He tells the lads, you know, we had a sneaky little kiss over there. Tyler's telling him what happened over in Kissing Corner, and Matt seemed quite confident and quite happy with the kiss, but I was like, I put up on our Patreon chat straight away. It's like friend zoned. There is nothing happening with Priya and Matt already. Before the whole recoupling thing, she'd friend zone Matt. She'd already mentally disengaged, and she was thinking more about Brett at that point.
Yeah, I agree. And I think Matt has a bit of the, well, it doesn't matter now, does it? We'll get to the end. But Matt has the Hugos about him, Dave. He did it with Kaz, didn't he? I know Kaz didn't really finger yourself in glory. Fucking, I know he said finger yourself in glory. Fingering, this fucking JD.
You don't drink often, but when you do,
I'm offensive.
Even more so,
Oh my fucking days, Chris. What we're going to say next?
At least you call Priya a doctor, to be fair, or doctor in training, isn't she?
Yeah. Well, I've got to now. I've been called out by fucking everyone. So I love the fact that Hannah gives me aggro over it, Dave, as well. The fucking office was laughing their fucking heads off at me. You calling me out? Brilliant. But no, he has the Hugos about him. He's just got this weird sort of inadvertently, he just friend zones the girls without doing much. And I don't think, look, he's a good looking guy, but I honestly don't think he's got much of a personality. Do you know what I mean? Like he's got the full package, like you said, the Michael Phelps body yesterday. He's got the full everything you would want to look at. In my eyes, if I look like that, I'd probably be the same wearing me fucking tighty whities. Dave, he looks fucking good, but
just walking around the house, just with your tighty whities on and nothing else. Just decked out the house with mirrors.
Yeah. Oh, Dave, I watched something tonight where he was on a show. I don't think he wasn't loving how someone said lob on. I was fucking pissing myself. It was on another show. Like, bring lob on back.
Bringing it back.
Bringing it back. I'd like to think that I started the movement for the lob on to come back. Anyway, but no, Jay, honestly, I just think he just has a weird self-destruct button. I think he wants people to like him, but there's a line, and he hasn't. I mean, it might just be that he's not compatible, and he has had the all-inclusive. I mean, you tagged us this fucking gear with Hugo on TikTok, and that guy is... God. They've explained the situation. His TikToks are just fucking legendary. The ones you've shown me are just ridiculous.
Well, I think I told you off air, didn't I? I mean, Hannah had posted this TikTok, and it looked like it was from Aftersun, and I need to go back and watch Aftersun at some point. And Amy and Hugo were on there. Clearly, like, they weren't in the studio; they're probably in quarantine and in separate rooms. And Laura was asking them about if you've had any regrets. And Amy said, well, yeah, I regret coupling up with Hugo. And then Hugo was like, Hugo bit back, get proper David Brent style, right? He's back and he's like, well, couldn't help feel like I was being looked at like a green card into the villa.
Why would you say such a fucking word? What a dick.
But today, someone's tagged us in. So it's Tom's TV Tips has tagged us in. And Hugo's popped in his TikTok. He's got him dancing. And the caption is, not me getting a free 6-week all-inclusive lads holiday in the Love Island villa. And he's dancing away, right? But behind him, you've got, and it's a video, obviously, he's dancing on top of the video. Behind him, you've got like a bunch of black guys dancing away. And it's like, oh, fucking hell, Hugo. Again, just pure David Brent energy. And he's a muppet. But I must admit, Chris, that for being ridiculous, he's entertaining me a little bit more than he did in the villa.
Fucking idiot. How's he going to go back to his job as a teacher after this, Dave?
Oh, he's got no intention whatsoever.
Oh, the kids are going to rip the fuck out of him if he does. Oh, what a bizarre character. And it's funny, isn't it? Because we're talking about Hugo. Pretty much the Priya and Brett stuff was all that happened. But Dave, like we've got, where's Wally? I've got a question for you. Now, where's Aaron? We've not seen him. He's paired up with Mary. Great guy. He's in the background. Look, I think he's probably one of the best looking lads in there. I know Teddy's a good looking guy as well, but he's coming. I know he's he's sort of Jake's stature in height, but he seems quite bubbly. His energy's quite good. Like you said, he's a bit of a player. Just not featured now. It's like that story's finished. Mary and Aaron are going to end up riding off into the sunset, probably early. People are saying they want them to win now because everyone else has just got one or both within that couple who is an arsehole, like who is just playing the game. So it's a bit weird. I mean, we might see a resurgence between them. I don't necessarily buy it, but at the moment, they've not really offended anybody too much. I still think Mary's blagging the arse off it. And I think you might be right about Aaron, but I think so far I'd like to see more of him, definitely, because he's got some really good energy about him. He's quite bubbly, but everyone else is just going through the motions now. I mean, Dave, the fucking love story shit with Feddy and Feddy. Hey, I'm right with Feddy, actually. Teddy and Faye. I've had enough. I've had enough now.
Yeah.
I know we talked about and we exhausted it yesterday. Just the bits we saw today, I'm like, I'm out. And I think Teddy, I said it yesterday, and I know we've had a couple of comments, but like people, quite a few people don't like Teddy out there. I think he is a bit of a blagger. But the one thing I want to see with that, and that's got to come soon, is if fucking Teddy's family go in there, Dave. Oh my God.
It's next week. It's going to be next week, isn't it?
If I've got a feeling they might end up being kicked out before then, you know. Because if Teddy's family have got something about him, they will fucking go at him. And if Faye's family's got something about him, they'll tell her straight. I don't think we're going to see that. This is reality radar.
I don't think either of those things are true. I think you can see Teddy. He's been brought up to be a very respectful, good boy, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And Faye, I don't think has been told a home truth by anyone around her. I think, you know, they might have some kind of subtle words. But I don't think they'll get kicked out before that. And I can see Terence, and I know Reality Radar, right?
Yeah, I'm doing it. The fingers fucking waving. I'm doing a little sword fucking movement. I'm telling you, Dave, you watch it. Yeah, it does. He goes choo 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 choo. Dave, I'm telling you, this is the way forward, my friend.
Oh, no, I'm not having it. So I know people are getting a bit frustrated by Teddy because, you know, they can see we were all emotionally impacted by what happened last week. A lot of people messaged us in and were triggered by that. I wouldn't be surprised if the viewing figures have dropped quite a bit as well. A few people have tagged us in, haven't they? It got released yesterday. There were 25,000 complaints to Ofcom. The figures got released yesterday, and it was all around that movie night, that Friday night episode. That pales into significance the 5,000 complaints they got for the Casa Amor postcard. 25,000, Chris, that's unbelievable. But, you know, everyone's seen how Faye's been, and everyone agrees, yeah, it's abuse. Everyone, or pretty much everyone agrees, if it was the other way around, Teddy would have probably been kicked out of the villa. But he can't help himself. He's got feelings for Faye, and so now he's all loved up and happy again. But we're all just waiting. Well, what's the next thing that's going to be the cause of a blow-up?
No, I agree, Dave, and I don't know where Teddy, what sort of sympathy he's going to get this time, because she's going to blow up. It's only a matter of time. You can just see we've got 10 days to go. Something's going to happen between now and then. It may be that Teddy's justified a blow up. I think the chances of that are probably about fucking 5% the way Faye reacts to anything. I don't think Teddy's the type to trigger it or gaslight her. We've certainly not seen that. But I do think there'll be a different reaction if she goes. It'll just be a case of, well, we told you so, Teddy. Do you know what I mean? So that's a great point. That's a really good point. And you could look, I'm taking a piss, Reality Radar. I just think if they're going to avoid any sort of awkwardness with Faye, someone's saying to me they may be out as a shock fucking exit. I can see it, Dave. I don't know why. Or that Faye ends up getting booted and not Teddy. I don't know. There's just something playing on my mind. And obviously, I'm never wrong with these things, Dave, as you know, my 100% record. Yeah. It's a theory. It's a theory.
It is a theory. We'll put that one over here.
In the bin.
I don't know. It feels to me, Chris, like we've spent so much time. Like yesterday, we spent a lot of time with Aaron and Mary, and I was like, don't care. And then tonight, it's all around this triangle with Priya, Brett, and Matthew. And again, I'm sorry, but I'm kind of like, I don't really care. I've not seen enough of them. I'm not invested in them. Why are you giving us all of this? Like, you know, the whole recoupling tension, Chris, it was always going to come down to Brett or Matthew. And I was like, whatever. Never has the Alan Partridge shrug of the shoulders been more apt. I do like to roll out that GIF every now and then, but it was just, and from our Patreon chat as well, it's clear no one else cared. It's like, are they just running the clock down now? And what's playing on my mind is, are the producers kind of like almost sticking a fuck you back to us? They're like, all right, complaining about us messing with the OGs, are you? Right, you can have some of this then. See, is this what you like? They're not giving us like good quality drama. It's either toxic, really uncomfortable drama, or this nonsense with people we haven't seen enough of to really care about yet.
Yeah, I agree, Dave. I agree. And obviously, as the episode plays out, we talked about Matt. Matt gets voted off. No fucking shock at all. I don't think Priya had the connection with Matt. I just don't get this Brett thing. So let's see how that one goes. And if these two come in and steal the money, Dave, then fucking hell, they could go down as two legends within the show, couldn't they? Because if there was ever two undeserving contestants just to come in at the last minute, it feels like they're related to somebody on the show and someone's done them a favour and they've gone, any chance you can get me to Love Island? And they've gone, yeah, I'll tell you what, I think we can. Because they just look completely out of place, these two, because of the background. I know it's a horrible thing to say, but they can hold more than fucking two sentences together. So that might be the fact that they are actually pretty normal. They're not going to be socially aware like all the others are of the social media stuff. I don't know. They just, something sticks out like a sore thumb with them too. And obviously, skin in the race or whatever I said before.
Race. Sounds like a fucking Hannibal Lecter sort of.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good, does it?
So these two strike me, who sort of people who go off to Tory rallies, will have a flat in Chelsea or something like that. There's just this is trash TV, Chris. I don't need these types on my trash TV. I don't know. I'm just I hope they don't win it.
Yeah.
But then I'm not sure who would do it. Well, I guess we said Chloe and Toby, hadn't we? I think they're more endearing as a couple, despite all of the nonsense that's gone on between them. So, yeah, still, I'm not shaking. I mean, it's been at least 2 days now. I'm not moving from that hill. So, yeah, I think. Who knows where the whole Priya and Brett thing will go? But I was just, again, to labour the point a little bit, I was just surprised we spent so much time with them tonight. No,
I agree. I mean, we get a little preview of tomorrow's episode, and Liberty's having some doubts. Now, there's two ways I would come at this. We only get a little snippet. Has she got the ick because of what Jake has done? And she's like, oh, he's just played me. I don't like him. I don't want him near me. That could be real. I also think this could be their play to go on and win it. They have this couple of days thing where will they, won't they? And the next minute, we've got fucking Jake there in the fucking, Choose Life t-shirt singing Wake Me Up Before You Go and stuff, Dave, with the boys there in the background doing the fucking Andrew Ridgely bit. I'm more of a cynic to say I think that is a play for them to be contenders to actually win it and try and clutch it away, because I don't think at the moment the favourites.
Yeah, I agree. And obviously Jake, he's in the bottom three the other day, wasn't he? So, yeah, I think they've shown that bit for tomorrow night. But It's going to be massively overplaying what it really is. It's possibly like just a bit of a wobble. And then it's like, oh, no, it's fine. I'm over it.
Yeah, exactly. No, I agree. I totally agree. We'll see how that plays out. We've had another email, Dave, from our good friend Denise. I know you've got a bit of Instagram on to read out to us in a sec. So I've gathered my thoughts. That was a straight in the trash bin episode. I don't give two fucks about Priya and Brett. Get them off my precious screen time. I'm guessing the producers factored in will stick with Faye Teddy if it boils down to them and New Islanders. Now, what's up with going the route of Geordie Shore? The group sex thing was the most unsexy thing on TV. They wiped away any illusions of romance.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I forgot about that. Haven't past Islanders said they regret having sex on TV? It goes to prove how easy it is to be convinced to do something if your friends pursued you. So perhaps Jake should not be judged so harshly. Well, that could play into what we've just been talking about in tomorrow's episode, Dave. So that's quite a really good email again, Denise. Thank you.
That was weird, wasn't it? The whole graduation, like pre-discussion, like they basically all discussed, like, should we graduate tonight? You know, and Liberty's pretty much like, well, already graduated kind of thing. But it was just fucking weird. I don't know. Maybe it's just too old for this shit, as they say, Chris. But
that's a great man to say.
As Roger Murtaugh said. But I just found it really weird. And then when you see in the fucking all the covers gyrating and stuff, I mean, come on, let's face it. Last night we saw a bit of that as well, didn't we? So I'm not sure like who hadn't graduated. I'm pretty sure we hadn't seen anything from Faye and Teddy before. But I'm pretty sure everyone else, we'd seen a bit of a graduation ceremony.
Yeah, we did, to be fair, Dave. I think everybody, at some point, the toes were curling anyway, let's say that.
but I think, I think Kem had said, hadn't he, that he regretted having so much sex in the villa. Because now he's a bit older, he's a bit sort of embarrassed about, you know, it being on TV and stuff. And I guess I just found it weird. If you're going to have a bit of a cheeky shag, like, because, you know, you've been in the villa for fucking 6 weeks and you're climbing the walls and, you know, you've been coupled up with someone for a while and, you know, it must be, it must be difficult. But to actually have the pre-conversation and then, Jesus Christ, Chris, we haven't talked about that ridiculous fucking presentation ceremony thing where for some reason Priya was giving all the fucking speech and I'm like, seriously, like 30 seconds of this would have been too much, but it seemed to go on for ages. I really did not like that.
No, I didn't, to be fair. I mean, one of the bigger questions is, Dave, if they're all at it in the room at the same time, what must the fucking smell be like in there?
I didn't want to say it, Chris.
Jesus Christ.
It can't be nice, can it?
Oh, fucking hell. I don't even want to... I mean, let's not go down that route. But I was thinking, oh, that fucking
flinging room. Johnnies from one end of the room to the other. And
fucking hell. Jesus. Yeah, let's not go down that route because I know the Jack Daniels is still taking effect, Dave, so let's not talk about that. But anyway, Dave, what have we had on Instagram?
Oh, stomach's turning a little bit now.
I know.
So it was just from Sarah. So she'd pinged in about the 25,000 Ofcom complaints. She says, big fan, love the podcast. You can never yell at another human like that. So in reference to Faye and Teddy. She says, P.S. I reverse everything I said about Hugo. So I think she'd emailed him before. Don't pass on my number to him, but do so to Teddy because I'd make him coffee every morning and never yell. Also, Jake, can we talk about why and how he has never said back to Liberty, you're beautiful, you're amazing, or whatever? I'd be so upset. So I think that's a fair point. Again, I know Joe kind of fell down on the other side of the fence, didn't she? Where it's like we're possibly giving Jake a bit of a harder time. I did see yesterday, though, there was one of the body language experts was calling Jake out as a bit of a player. Also was calling Faye out, saying that she's playing a game in there as well. Which I found quite interesting. So, and it wasn't Judy James; it was another one that the Mirror had. But,
nice.
He also said he saw a connection with Priya and Matthew. So I don't know how much I trust him, or you know, is he just a fucking blanket? Oh yeah, fucking read a book on body language expert. Yeah,
I've done that. I've read the same book probably. My predictions about
body language expertise.
Chris Phelps. Mine's like 1% success rate. So, but Dave, we do have some positives on today's episode. We have another Patreon, which is now put us up to 27. We've got the wonderful Shern has joined us on Patreon. So patreon.com/CD RealityCast. Thank you so much, Shern, for supporting us. With Facebook, as always, Chris and Dave's Reality TV Cast. If you want to email us at No, not at. If you want to follow us on social media, at CD Realitycast. If you want to email us, cdrealitycast@gmail.com. But let's do the roll call of honour. And there's no way I can do this in one breath, Dave. So I'm going to have a go. I'm not going to talk. I'm going to breathe and then do it. Okay? So you ready? So we've got Shern, who's just joined. So here we go. Helen, Abby, Charlie, Brianna, Chloe, Neve, Jacqueline, Nori, Claire, Amy, Zoe, Joanna, Helen, Livia, Katie, Dee Dee, Hannah, Ed, Priscilla. I've just breathed. Oh, I've ruined it, Dave. Hennessy, Haley, Tracy, Lauren, Lucky Lulu Green, and Kent Gustafson. Dave, I couldn't do it. I just gone halfway through. But thank you to everyone for supporting us, guys. We absolutely love it. And I'm hoping that I won't be as tanked up on Jack Daniels and Prosecco next time we record, Dave.
No, that's brilliant. And obviously we've been a bit busy with obviously doing the 6 episodes a week at the minute with Love Island, but we will get a Patreon episode as well out soon.
Definitely.
We're just talking about what to do that before we came on air. But Chris, we are another step closer to the end. I'm hoping we're going to have a bit more drama. I thought the final week is always, the baby game, the dates, all of that, the poems and everything. But I thought this week we'd squeeze a bit more drama out of it. So I'm hoping for something else in tomorrow night's episode.
Me too, mate. And thank you for doing this, because I absolutely love it. And we'll see everyone tomorrow.
Bye now.